Welcome to Generally Speaking, the off-season edition, part of USFL Today. I'm your host, Angelo Fioris, and I am thrilled to welcome one of my friends of the show, I like to call him, and a friend to me since the league has began. It's Mr. Toby Johnson. Welcome, Toby. Good to see you. How you been?
I've been good. How y'all doing today?
Doing good. I'm getting excited as we head towards November. You know, we like last year, you blink and it'll be January, man.
Yeah, that's right around the corner. Literally, last year kind of snuck up on me a little bit. So this year I'm kind of ramping things up faster than I did last year.
How has the offseason been going, say, compared to a year ago, Toby?
It's been pretty crazy this year, with the merger and stuff. And, the free agencies thing this year, you're able to recruit friends. And, it's a little more exciting this year. But I feel like we're making a lot of good additions this year. So I'm looking forward to the season. I'm looking forward to getting back around the guys and stuff.
Tell me about what the free agency process was like for you. You're one of the league leaders. People look up to you. There's only 7 other teams, so seems to make sense that at least a few others would have had a little bit of outreach or conversation with you. So what was that like? And then how did you end up circling back to saying I'm sticking where I was?
Oh man, that's one of the reasons I just went on the sign back fast. They would just blow my phone up every day, all day. I feel like, and I'm not no mean person, I don't really be doing too much of nothing, and I just got tired of it. It brought me back to my college days, getting recruited. People calling you all day long, just to talk about the same stuff, the merger, what they feel like I can bring to their team, and I feel like it was a lot of fake stuff going on throughout that process, which they can, they try to pitch you and stuff. But I was enjoying it at first, but I wasn't doing no tempering and them, but I got like a couple of my good friends or whatever wanted to come over to the team, but they were so worried about me leaving and stuff because they know other teams and stuff was reaching out to me pretty heavy. So I just went on to put that out there for everybody to let them know, like I'm gonna stay at home, and you should come join us, man. Come help us out.
And ultimately, I guess you wanted to just put the speculation aside. You wanted to end the recruitment. You weren't enjoying the process all that much. Tell me what was fake about it. I mean, you use that phrase. It started to feel fake. What part?
Just a lot of stuff, man, with these teams or whatever. A lot of these teams, they super familiar with me, and I'm familiar with them. I know a lot of the guys around the league, a lot of the coaches and stuff. But a lot of stuff they was trying to feed me, was trying to pitch to me as far as, what I can bring to the team, which I know I can bring to the team, but it was stuff like outside the team, like them possibly, getting me workouts and stuff right now before the season start and all type of stuff, NFL workouts and stuff right now. Like they'll try to push me now to get. They felt like my team wasn't really pushing me hard enough. They felt like I should have got some type of workout out of or been signed to some team and all this stuff. It was just a lot of stuff where I just feel like I know my team ain't really had a lot to do with it. I'm older now. I've been around the block, so I kind of know how things go. So I just got tired of it. I'm not no fake person when it comes to stuff like that. I just rather get down to the nitty gritty. What do you see me doing that I can't do? With New Jersey, I'm comfortable around my guys, man.
Would you say it started to feel too much, too salesy after a while?
Yeah.
Yeah.
After a while, it's just like, yeah, man, I'm gonna put this to rest today. I woke up one day just like, okay, I'm signing my contract today. And just I had too much on my mind, and the callers and stuff. It's too much on me.
So now you're back. You're a general for the 3rd year in a row. Interestingly, a lot of people don't know this about you, Toby. After the Generals season ended, you linked up with your old squad up in Massachusetts, the Massachusetts Pirates. What was that like for the few weeks that you helped wrap up their season with them?
Oh, it was cool. I was being more so the same way I am with the Generals, more so an older guy, a guy that a lot of people look up to, and guys just looking for any little thing, any little, ideal or whatever I had in mind to like help them succeed on the field. So I always look forward to going back with those guys and getting a lot of the new faces and stuff around there too. A lot of the guys know me before I even got back up there because I've been with the team so long. So I was just looking forward to meeting them in person, just giving back however I could do with them, and just trying to help them finish good. They didn't finish well. They was up by 20 points in the third quarter and lost the game, which is sick. But I'm happy. I was just happy to get back around the guys. They moving the team now. So
are they moving?
They're moving the team. They're moving the team.
Where are they
somewhere
going?
in the New England area. I don't want to put that out there yet, but they're gonna announce it soon. So yeah.
Gotcha. It seems like the Pirates organization has a pretty good pipeline with the USFL, Toby. Every time you turn around, you look, another guy is being signed to the USFL who came from the Massachusetts Pirates. So we've wondered aloud a few occasions, what's the connection? I mean, I know you're one of the connections, the USFL to Mass Pirates connection. Mm-hmm. Who else is the connection there? Is there an admin level or a GM level type of guy that's connected
it's the
to?
GM. Our GM and the owner are the same people. His name is Jawad Yateen. I give a lot of credit to that guy because that guy stays up all night. He puts a lot of work into it. He's a guy you ain't no just anybody coming to play for Massachusetts Pirates. So if you come from playing in Massachusetts, he feel like you're an NFL guy, or at least a guy that should be playing outdoors. So that's kind of like his pitch. Like, you come play for me. If you good as you think you will, you come play for me, I'm gonna get you back outdoors. So a lot of guys buy into what he's saying, and the product speak for itself. Over the last couple of years, even just this last year team, not this last year team, but the year before last year, we got 3 guys signed to the NFL. 2 of them are actually on the same team with the Falcons from Arena Ball. So it's like, you do what you got to do, you will be back outdoors. So,
and it seems like the Pirates, as an organization, seem to have a certain standard, or at least like a program sort of in place, where it's not just a way station for guys to check in, get a couple workouts, get some tape, and take off. They seem to be building a program there.
It's a family over there. A lot of those guys, we all go to different teams and stuff when we get back outdoors. But man, once you're a Pirate, you're always a Pirate. We really like family. Like, I know guys, that only played 1 year with the Pirates, and we still as close as, you'll think he'd have been up there every year. And that's kind of the way we do stuff, man. Up there in the Pirates, like, it reminded me a lot of JUCO when I was in junior college, man. It's everybody trying to get it out the mud. We all got that one common goal to just go up to the next level. So, we all come in with that work at the same mindset. Like, man, I don't plan to be here long, but if I do, I'm gonna do what I got to do for the team, and
And the Generals are a similar vibe as well as an organization. So you seem to gravitate towards those sorts of programs. They certainly suit your personality as an individual and as a player, Toby, because it feels to me like you're the type of guy who can really lead in that team first type of environment.
Yeah, I'm more so of a leader, at that level, and I'm at any level. I just feel like, but I try to lead by example. I'm not a really rah-rah guy unless I'm mad. When I'm mad, which I'll be mad a lot when I'm down. But you see me, you catch me at practice and anywhere like that. I'm laid back. I joke a lot, talk a lot of mess. Just loosen people up. So I try to lead by example and stuff like that, man. Like, guys gravitate towards me because I try to keep it real with them. Everybody look at me like I'm just this good dude, great player, but I'm really not. I take bits and pieces from all these guys' games, and that's what they don't know. Like, I sit there, I may act like I'm not, watching that guy or paying attention to him, but I'm breaking down his film. I'm watching his Instagram, even though I don't follow him. I'm doing a lot of stuff, that guys may not do that I do. So that's why I tell them, man, you gotta be a student of the game, and that's what's helping me along the way.
Yeah, you've always been the guy who's wanting to be better year over year, week over week. day to day as well. So it doesn't surprise me to know that, you're watching a close eye and picking some great ideas from other people that bring in a different perspective. It's no different in business. When you've been a veteran for a while, you sort of fall into your own patterns of work, and not to say that they're bad, but they're also some new and up and coming ways to apply some ideas. And this, a real leader, Toby, learns from the guys underneath him as well as leads them, right?
For sure. You got to always evolve. You look at guys like Kobe, LeBron. You just look at a lot of guys, even Tom Brady.
Yeah.
We may be older or whatever, but you got to be able to relate to the younger guys, and you got to be able to evolve. Like, the game is changing now. Players are coming in with different. Back when I was coming out, they liked it, the big guys like myself. Now they like them quick, fast, and what you call. So you got to keep up. If not, you're gonna get left behind. So every year I'm studying evolving. I'm doing different stuff, training. I try not to show too much of my training stuff now that I'm getting older, because guys were trying to catch on to me. I
Right.
feel like guys trying to get me every year. So I ain't been posting too much of none stuff like that. But yeah, man, I'm trying to evolve. I'm watching them. Trust me, they think I ain't watching. I'm watching. I'm watching real close. I'm sitting back.
The only way to stay a step ahead is by picking up some steps from the guy behind you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
Let me ask you mentioned the word merger earlier in the show here. What is what's the feeling been amongst the players, the other guys, as you've been mulling over free agency at the same time as like a merger is under, government review, and that's kind of hanging over everybody like a big, a big cloud right now. Not that it's bad, but it's still hanging over us all like a big cloud. So how do you approach a free agency scenario, and what's it been like? Has it been, was it weaved into the pitch from other teams? How do you guys feel about it overall?
I say, me being one of the my team reps for my team in over the league, a lot of guys don't like it because it takes away from the it takes away from the negotiation side. Put it like that. If you can go to the XFL, like a guy like myself, I can go to the XFL, USFL, but now that it's about to merge, it's like you got to basically just take what they give you now. You could have, you had the XFL over there calling, doing whatever and whatnot. You could have told them, okay, you could have told the XFL, I want an extra 50, I want an extra 100, whatever.
Right.
And now that it is merging, they're going to take a lot of it away from them. But I look at it as a good side. Everybody was always saying, oh, all the good players left and went to the XFL. And, now we about to see all over again how it was the first year when everybody was in the same league. And, my whole thing with that situation is because guys, we call ourselves competing against XFL better, USFL better. Well, a lot of those guys that went to the XFL that left the USFL, they hated it. Like, they hated it with a passion. A lot of guys call me all the time talking to me about, trying to come back, trying to do this, trying to do that, and asking about that union. I'm one of the team reps. Trey had the title or whatever, but I had it at first. I just really gave it up. But a lot of those guys ain't too friendly about this union. Union took all this. I don't want to say that on camera, but a lot of guys just not as friendly with the union when it first started now. So that's kind of messing up a lot of stuff too that guys really not liking. But it's cool. I feel like you're gonna work yourself out. I feel like you'll get more. All the eyes will be on this one product instead of they paying attention to the XFL. Then you got to go watch the USFL. Well, it's gonna be on one product now. The best man win.
Yeah, you make a good point, Toby, in that the attention of the spring football fan will be trained only on one league. And I can totally appreciate it from a lot of the players' perspective, which you described, which is, man, we just lost a little bit of leverage because the other store ain't hiring anymore because the other store is gone. And
what you pull a Boogie? Boogie said he going up north. So
is that official? I mean, I heard that that's being kicked around. I don't know if he did it yet.
It's not official, but a guy like Boogie, he can leverage that way. I wish I was smart enough. He tried to talk to me. Me and Boogie, we had a conversation from time to time.
Yeah.
He tried to talk to me, but I'm so loyal to my team, and I'm sure he loyal to his team too. But when it all said and done, you gotta brand yourself. You gotta you got to do whatever best for you, basically. So you got to
Yeah.
market your, and Boogie is doing a great job doing that right now. He's having the time of his life, and he tried to, like I said, he tried to tell me to, but that I'm just not a. I won't say I'm not a fan of the CFL, but it just don't fit my style of play.
And that's what it comes down to, right? You found a place where you fit in really well, style wise, play wise, comfort wise, the way the league has been evolving. I mean, here's the thing, right? You're heading into the third year now with the USFL and with the Generals, and you're going to be playing in a much different looking league come April or March or whenever the new entity kicks off and whatever it's going to be called. You're going to be going from 8 teams to definitely more than 8, Toby, maybe 12 or
Maybe
something. So
12.
that's a whole new thing. It's kind of exciting.
I mean, I'm excited about it though, because I want to be around good players and I want to play against good players, because then you won't hear stuff like all the chat. It'd be a lot of chatting going around these leagues or whatever. And I tell people all the time, I never, not being on no cocky stuff, but every league I ever played with, I was first team. So it's never been nothing like that. But I just wanted for the guys that's coming up behind me. I'm not thinking about myself right now. I done had my wave or whatever. I'm thinking about the guys coming behind me. So I got a lot of good guys on my team that's coming up behind me. I tell them all the time, this is gonna be a good thing for you, bro. It'll pay off in the long run. It may not pay off this year, but it'll pay off in the long run.
You've been speaking to anybody in the organization in terms of what 2024 might look like? Like maybe, I don't know, Coach Riley or Billy Devaney or Coach Dez or anybody, like kind of start planting some seeds for you?
I've been in contact with them a lot. Right now, we just, we building. I'm letting them handle all that stuff. I don't get into the building the team and stuff like that around. I do ask a little question about, where we may be and all this stuff. I mean, everything's still the same. I'm just looking forward. Everybody's just waiting on the final say so about this merger thing and all that. So everybody just staying put. And, you never know. It may start earlier, it may start later. So you kind of got to get to work now just to stay ahead of things.
That's a good point, Toby. We don't know when the season's going to start because of the merger looming overhead. And we could have said with certainty April at one time, but now it could be February, it could be March. Whose kickoff is the new league going to take on? I wonder if the new league is just going to be still straight up be called the USFL and they're not going to change much.
I think it should do that because the USFL don't need the XFL help. The XFL needs the USFL help. So it's like, you come join us, but I ain't gonna change the name around nothing like that. So I think the USFL need to stand their ground. Like, look, we did things the right way. Y'all messed up. Now y'all want to come over here and join us. Hey, you come over here and join us, we don't have no problem with it, but hey, this how stuff gonna go. They don't need to change no rules, how the XFL kick off and all that. I hate that. I feel like it takes away from the game. It takes away from the excitement of the game.
Yeah.
Special teams is a big part of football. And you take that part out of football, I mean, they trying to say the safety and all that stuff, but football is just dangerous. You can get hurt doing anything on the field. So
right.
I just feel like we need to keep everything the same.
I agree with you. Otherwise, just do what we used to do on the playground, which is just start on the 20 after a score, right? And be done with it. So you make a good point there as well, Toby. We'll see how it all shakes out. I have heard that, certain aspects of the XFL model will be implemented, but not from like a business standpoint. So we'll see how all of that shakes up. I know it's a little early. I mean, we're only in October. It's a little too early to start talking about how do you think the season's going to go next year because the team is not in its form, right? But you still have your own personal goals for what next year is going to be. So tell me, what are you looking to improve upon from last year and what are you seeing for at least the team image or vibe for next year?
I'm looking forward to, guys taking accountability. Last year, it was a lot of talk or whatnot, but I feel like the guys, we ended that last game. We ended, the core guys. We made that a point of emphasis that that will never happen again. We're gonna hold not only ourselves, but we need to hold the coach staff, whoever, GMs, whoever, having these, everybody around us that's playing with us, they need to be held accountable. Like everybody, since because they try to put a lot on the core guys.
Right.
Some stuff happening, they try to, but everybody in the building need to be held accountable for our actions, including myself, starting with me. There'd be a lot of stuff that I get praised for a lot of stuff. But there's a lot of stuff I do bad, but I try to do my best. I try to lead by example. I try to do my best, but there's a lot of stuff I can get better at too, as far as being a better leader and stuff. So I'm looking forward to it, man. That will never happen again. That was my first losing season.
Yeah.
Throughout my whole career, I have never lost more than 3 games in a season, my whole life. So that was humbling. That was humbling. Like, that humbled me big time. I ain't gonna lie. I don't even post on social media like I used to.
Yeah. I saw you guys, I don't know, maybe 5 times last year. And on the occasions that I would see you on the field after a loss, I mean, I could just see the pain on your face, Toby. It was so hard for you to even, you just needed to get off the field, especially near the end of the year. That Memphis loss really stuck in your craw. All the guys, actually, that one I remember specifically.
That killed me. Like it killed me because not only, I got one of my best friends over there. He's like a brother to me, but I also got a lot of other homeboys over there on that team. Like a lot of them. And, we looked at Memphis like they was just a little brothers. They like little brother team. They was trying to find themselves. And they came over there and they dominated us. They didn't just win that game. That was like a whooping. Like they whooped us pretty bad. They had us figured out. They came out. They didn't throw the ball a lot. They came out with 8 offensive linemen to ours 3.
Yeah.
And they just ran the ball every play. That's the only team I feel. Yeah, that's the only team that got 100+ yards on us. Like they hit us in the mouth up front for sure.
And interestingly, you described their dominance over you guys that day, but the score at the end made it appear as if it was a lot closer of a game because it did get to 1 score kind of late until Memphis busted it open with a huge play. I think it was on a 3rd down right over the middle to kind of seal things. Something you guys don't typically do, which is give up a huge play late in a game with a drive on the line.
Yeah, man, that was like I said, that hurt us big time because we was all mad, frustrated. They had ran the ball. I think that game ran the ball 35 times or something like that, somewhere in that area for like 100 and some yards. Which on paper it didn't say it. That mean like they only ran the ball for 2-point-some yards a carry, but it just still, I don't care how many times they ran it. They ran it and they got the yard.
Yeah, so you guys were on the field a lot that day.
Yeah, it looked. That was a whooping. That was a whooping.
Yeah, the real tale in that game at one point, Toby, and I don't remember the exact numbers anymore because it was in like May, right? But I remember looking up at the scoreboard and seeing the time of possession being the huge standout figure there, and it was like 19-3 or something at one point, maybe worse than that, Toby. And I was like, wow, how is it only 16-0?
We was doing the best we can as a defensive unit. Like we played a lot of snaps that game.
Yeah, you did.
Like a lot. Like that was a game. That was
you guys kept them out of the end zone on that opening drive. You held them to a field goal, even though they ground out. I think, like, I don't know why we're talking about the Memphis game, but that one just feels like the one that was the most frustrating for you from my own perspective of games I attended.
Yeah, it was an embarrassment. Like that just is that. We got to hold each other accountable on both sides of the ball. Let me just pull out. It was an embarrassment on throughout the whole organization, not just the players, but throughout the whole organization. We got to evolve. The game changing now. We did what we did that first year, and we just basically manhandled the people up front on both sides of the ball. But people figuring us out. Like, they're gonna load the box when it's time for us to run the ball on defense. I mean, on our offense, they're gonna just load the box. And on defense, they know we play a 3-4. We got bigger guys up front like myself. They're going to spread the ball out, or they don't spread the ball out. They're just going to come with more guys to block them 3. So they had 8 on 3.
Yeah.
So it's like, we'll take 3 or 4 yards and go for it on 4th down. That's basically what they did. They went for a lot of 4th downs. Quarterback just it was bad. It was bad.
Well, moving on from that, let's talk about You mentioned possibly getting some of your boys or recruiting some people over or getting people you might want to see on the team. Have you been speaking to guys that are free agents about checking out the generals and considering joining you on the defensive side or
Oh
offensive
yeah,
guys, too?
yeah, for sure. I tell guys all the time, you won't find a coach better than Coach Riley, and that's on any level. You won't find it just a team like us with Billy. You don't see Billy. Billy, the type of GM, he brings the guys in and do all that. But Billy more so, he about his business. You won't hear him being all in the players' ear about nothing. Being in the coach's ear. He just more so about it that he let the team be ran the way it's supposed to be ran, and those two guys right there, man. It's gonna be hard to talk people like that. That's around that runs the organization. And, you want to be around good people. You at the age now. You in a league now where you don't need all that craziness stuff going on that a lot of these other teams have to deal with.
Right.
And you just want to be comfortable. Riley's the type of guy. Once you get Riley's type of he a good dude. You do right by Riley. You work your tail off and be on time. Do what you gotta do. Just be a pro. Riley have your back the rest of your life, and that's all you can ask for. Just you don't need nothing. You don't need to have no favoritism. You just need to be treated fairly, and everybody get treated fair on our team. But some people may just get a little better treatment. That's what it is, and that's why I pitched to him like don't nobody get treated bad on our team. How
Right.
now some guys may get treated a little bit better, but everybody gets treated fair, and that's what you need. You just need an opportunity.
Does that fine line where maybe some people might get treated a little better create a rift in the locker room, or is that kind of we get it, it's understood, and that's just how it is, Toby?
As a pro, it's like we get it, it's understood. It's just, they ain't gonna treat Jordan or LeBron like they treat
Jim Paxson.
Yeah, Jim Paxson. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. Like he probably got treated fair. They probably loved him too.
They probably did love him, but it was a different
probably loved him
level, no doubt.
But Jordan and LeBron, they get treated a little different, and that's kind of what it is.
Sure, I get it. Luke Longley gets treated much different than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar did, or anybody else of a Hall of Fame level. Totally understood, Toby. As we start to wrap it up over here, this has been great. I'm really glad, first of all, to see that you decided to come back with New Jersey. I remember we spoke only like a week or so before you signed, and you kind of still weren't sure, or you weren't letting on. Yeah. I'm not sure which one it was.
Yeah, like I said, I just woke up one day just on the wrong side of the bed, just thinking about how life was, man. The type of people I wanted to be around, the type of, I like being around loyal people. I like being around people I can trust. And just the thought of me putting myself in a situation like that just didn't sit right with me. I just woke up one day like, what? I'm not going to chance this in my life right now. My life's so good. I got a great life. I'm not going to. I just signed it.
Why upset the situation when it doesn't need to be, rattled, right?
Don't fix it if it don't need fixing, and it's going to help in my recruitment. It's going to help in my recruitment process.
Yeah, third year back, team and league leader in many ways, and to see you making that kind of commitment definitely echoes throughout the rest of the locker rooms in the league. Let me ask you this last question, Toby. Out of the guys that you've been on the line with and playing with now on that defense for a couple of years, and some dudes made a jump from year 1 to year 2. Who's year 2 to year 3 jump aside from your own? Who are you looking forward to seeing developmental wise take that next leap in his game?
Henny. From year 2 to from year 1 to year 2, you seen Tyshawn had the biggest jump. I say out all of him and Hercules had the biggest jumps. Like those guys played lights out. Before Tyshawn got suspended, he was on his way to probably all league. He was up there, like he was top 2. Tyshawn was him, and then Hercules. When Tyshawn went out, Hercules jumped in there and just made a huge leap. Hercules is probably one of the best players in the entire league. But I'm looking forward to Kenny and Truesdale to make the biggest leaps.
Truesdale.
At the end of the year, Truesdale kind of was playing behind me early on in the season, but them last 5 games, he started the one game, and he started the last 5 games, and he played lights out. He didn't get enough credit, Like, I was helping him put together him a little highlight cut up at the end of the year, and me and him looking like, wow, like, but we forgot, like, we
Right.
forgot one of the games he really had a great game was the Memphis game.
The Memphis game, right?
Man, that was like his coming out party, and yeah, I'm looking forward to him making a huge jump. Yeah, him and Kenny, they're gonna make the jump. I know. Being around Coach Dez and taking in what he say, those guys got a lot of playing time this year. I'm just looking forward to making that big jump.
If Tyshawn, Render, and Hercules take a similar sort of leap growth-wise from year 2 to year 3 as they did 1 to 2, those guys are going to be dangerous, Toby, if that's the kind of growth expectation.
If they play how they played this year, neither one of them they'll be straight to the NFL after the season, like straight to the NFL. Tyshawn was on his way for sure, and Hercules was too. But Hercules, he got with all the fire and stuff that happened in Hawaii.
Right.
Hercules had like a lot of workouts and stuff set up, but all that stuff happened with his family and stuff. So hopefully this year it'll be the same thing. So I'm looking forward to it.
Man, I'm looking forward to it too, and I'm glad it's only October because I hate to rush through the days and the time. But boy, I wish we were closer to camp, Toby.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait, man. I'm ready. I'm gonna be ready. This will be one of them years where I'll be like I told you so. I don't want to put too much prediction on the season like we did last year. We're gonna go undefeated and all this. This gonna be one of them I told you so. That's it.
There you go. That's a better way to put it. Then you don't put any heavy expectations with a number, just an overall performance grade, and that's what you're looking for is to be better than last year.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Toby. As the merger happens and we get a better sense of the structure of the league and what things are going to look like, maybe we circle back and have another show. But I appreciate you coming on. As always, you're the best friend of the show that we got, Mr. Toby Johnson of the New Jersey Generals. Thank you.
No problem, man. I appreciate y'all for having me.
Appreciate you too. And that is it for this week's episode of Generally Speaking. I will have another general on the next episode, and you'll enjoy that one just as much as I enjoyed doing this one. Make sure you follow at NJ_generals.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel at USFL Today. Until they change the name of the league, the show is going to be USFL Today. Take it easy, and thanks a lot.